Good morning, students. Welcome back to the class. First thing, let me tell you, after yesterday's instruction, most of you have started working on home exercise and sending me some doubts for clarification. So I'm very happy. Please keep solving the problems from home exercise. And along with that, I hope all of you have started revising the formulas every day. Keep doing it. Okay. So at least once in a day, practice the formulas along with the concepts. Okay, so let's quickly revise what we have done in the second year topics till now. So in second year topics, whatever covered so far, the first thing, chain rule. Second, differentiation of inverse trigonometric functions. I know this will be a bit confusing because you will be studying this for the first time. So I request you, please watch the videos once or twice and try to understand this. Still, if there is any doubts, please call back. Okay, we can explain you directly. Or otherwise, whatever the problems where you are facing some doubts actually, so you can just text to any of the lecturers. They will reply for sure. Okay. So along with this, yesterday, the last topic what we studied was something called as implicit functions. So I have given you the explanation for implicit function. So there are few problems actually where it's possible to express y in the form of f of x. Just if it's possible, you express and differentiate directly, not an issue. But if at all not possible, go for direct differentiation. So I've explained you two problems which are worked examples from NCERT. So today let's continue with exercise 5.4. Exercise 5.4 from NCERT. Let's try to solve the problems from this exercise. So the heading is, we have to find dy by dx in the following, and the first column is 2x plus 3y is equal to sin x. So once again I am telling you, if it's possible to express y is equal to f of x, express and differentiate. If not possible, we will differentiate directly. So let us differentiate this directly now. So differentiation of 2x. If you want, apply differentiation for each term separately. So differentiation of 2x plus differentiation of 3y is equal to differentiation of sin x. So differentiation of 2x, just 2, plus differentiation of 3y. 3 is a constant, so let's keep this, and differentiation of y with respect to x will be dy by dx is equal to differentiation of sin x with respect to x will be cos x. But differentiation is done. That is not enough. Finally, you need to concentrate on finding the value of dy by dx. So simplification should be done till dy by dx in the left side, and the remaining term should be on the right side. So first shift 2 to right side. So 3 into dy by dx equal to cos x minus 2, and then now shift 3 to right side. Dy by dx equal to cos x minus 2 by 3. So that's the simplest form of dy by dx. This method I did it directly differentiating. Now let me just tell you the second method. I will try to convert in this form. So 3y is equal to sin x minus 2x, and now shift 3 here. So y is equal to sin x minus 2x by 3, and notice this is a pure function of x. That means it was possible for me to express the given function as y is equal to f of x. So you can call it as an explicit function. Okay, and now differentiate both sides with respect to x. So differentiation of the left hand side, dy by dx. Here you notice 1 by 3 is a constant, so keep it outside, and differentiate only sin x minus 2x. Now the differentiation will be done. 1 by 3 multiplied by differentiation of sin x will be cos x minus differentiation of 2x will be 2. Just go back and check the answer in the first one and the second one, both are going to be same. So let's go to the second column. The second column is 2x plus 3y is equal to sin y. So let's differentiate this directly. So I will just say differentiate with respect to x. So differentiation of 2x plus differentiation of 3y is equal to differentiation of sin y. Now the differentiation of 2x with respect to x will be 2 plus differentiation of 3y, 3, it's a constant, and differentiation of y with respect to x will be dy by dx is equal to differentiation of sin y. Differentiation of sin y will be what? Cos y. But remember, this is a function of y, but you are differentiating with respect to x. So just like differentiation of x, differentiation of sin y will be cos y, but any term of y after differentiating with respect to x, a term of dy by dx has to be written. And notice here, there is a dy by dx on the left side and there is one more dy by dx on the right side. So what we will do is, we will collect them to one side, take dy by dx common, simplify and reduce it to dy by dx. So let me just shift this term to right side. So 2 is equal to cos y into dy by dx minus 3 into dy by dx. Now let me take the dy by dx as common. After taking common, you can notice cos y minus 3. The last step, cos y minus 3 will be shifted to left side. So the left side will become dy by dx equal to 2 by cos y minus 3. So in implicit function, you will be getting more than one number of dy by dx terms actually. Let it be any number of terms which contains dy by dx. Collect all of them to one side, take dy by dx common and simplify till you find the value of dy by dx. Now let's continue with problem number 3. So problem number 3 is given by ax plus by square is equal to cos y. So just observe, these two terms are functions of y actually. So on differentiating these two, we will be getting dy by dx. So there will be two places where you will find dy by dx. So it's better to write this word actually, differentiate with respect to x. So differentiation of ax, let's write directly now. Okay, we are used to write the steps all this place. Okay, so differentiation of ax, differentiation of ax will be a is a constant, differentiation of x will be 1 plus b is a constant, differentiation of y square 2y into dy by dx. That's what I said. Whenever you differentiate a term of y, it is just like differentiation of term of x only, but after differentiation of y term, you have to write dy by dx along with that. I have given you the explanation in the beginning of implicit differentiation why you will get this dy by dx actually. So please remember. And now differentiation of cos y. Differentiation of cos y will be minus sin y multiplied by dy by dx. Now notice these two terms contains dy by dx. Let's correct them to one side. So this can be written as 2by multiplied by dy by dx. I am shifting this, there is a minus sign, so this will become plus sin y multiplied by dy by dx. Remember, a has to be shifted to the other side, so this will become minus a. Now take dy by dx common in the left hand side. So the left hand side 2by plus sin y is equal to minus a. The last step is to find dy by dx. So dy by dx equal to minus a by 2by plus sin y. Whatever you do, finally the aim is to find the value of dy by dx. Now let's move on to problem number 4. Problem number 4 is given by x y plus y square is equal to tan x plus y. So how many terms contain this y actually? There is one y here, one more here and one more here. So the meaning is you will be getting 3 places where dy by dx will be present after differentiation. one important thing, let me tell you. Xy. X is a variable, y is also variable. So that means product of two variable. So to differentiate this, we need to apply product rule. Whenever you get x, y together, okay, just remember to apply the product rule and then proceed. So product rule has to be applied. The rule says x multiplied by differentiation of y. First function into differentiation of second function plus second function multiplied by differentiation of first function. Differentiation of xy by using product rule. This is the one thing you have to take care when doing differentiation of implicit functions. So let's go for y square. Differentiation of y square will be 2y multiplied by dy by dx, and on the right side tan x. Differentiation of tan x will be secant square x plus differentiation of y. Differentiation of y will be dy by dx. So what we will do is, let us try to collect the terms where I am going to get the value of dy by dx. I will collect these terms to one side. So x dy by dx plus 2y dy by dx minus dy by dx. Minus dy by dx because this term is shifted to left side. And on the right side, what is the term already present? Secant square x. And look at the term here. Y multiplied by differentiation of x with respect to x will be 1. So what I am going to get here is y. This y will be shifted to right side. So this will become minus y. Now in the left side there are 3 dy by dx terms. Take common. So here it's going to be x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to secant square x minus y. Now finally x plus 2y minus 1 will be shifted to right side. So this can be written as dy by dx equal to secant square x minus y by x plus 2y minus 1. Now let's move to the fifth problem. The fifth problem is x square plus xy plus y square is equal to 100. So once again, product of xy. Both are variables, so product rule has to be applied while differentiating xy. Most of the students will go wrong in recognizing this product rule when doing implicit differentiation. So just take care of this one thing. So let's write differentiate with respect to x. Differentiation of x square plus differentiation of xy plus differentiation of y square is equal to differentiation of 100. So differentiation of x square with respect to x will be 2x plus, now product rule while differentiating xy, x multiplied by differentiation of y will be dy by dx plus y multiplied by differentiation of x will be 1. Product rule for xy. And the next term, differentiation of y square with respect to x will be 2y multiplied by dy by dx. 100, it's a constant, so differentiation of 100 will be 0. Let's simplify by collecting the terms of dy by dx together. So I will remove dy by dx. So coefficient of dy by dx here is x, and here it will be 2y. So x plus 2y. What are the things I should shift to right side? 2x plus y. Both are positive. I am shifting to the right side. So minus 2x minus y. Now x plus 2y will be shifted to right side. So finally dy by dx equal to minus 2x minus y by x plus 2y. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Problem number 6. Problem number 6 is given by x cube plus x square y plus x y square plus y cube is equal to 81. So let's go for differentiation. There are 4 terms, so we need to differentiate each term separately. But look here, once again, product of two variables. So a product rule for this as well as for this one. These are direct differentiation, single terms. Okay. So let's write differentiate with respect to x. So remember, whatever the function they will give you, we will differentiate with respect to x, because finally we need to find the value of dy by dx. So differentiation of x cube, let me write directly now. once you use to few problems, once you learn the basics properly. Yes, now skip on and go and write the things directly. Differentiation of x cube with respect to x will be 3x square. Product rule for this, x square multiplied by first function into differentiation of second function plus second function into differentiation of first function, that is differentiation of x square. Differentiation of x square will be 2x. Product rule for this one. And again product rule for this, x multiplied by differentiation of y square. Differentiation of y square will be 2y multiplied by dy by dx plus y square multiplied by differentiation of x. Differentiation of x will be 1. Product rule for these two should be applied. Look here, y cube just like x cube, so it's just going to be 3y square multiplied by dy by dx, and differentiation of 81 is a constant, it will be 0. Once again the students will go wrong in differentiating the right side. There are chances most of the times the students will write as it is. So please take it, the right answer is 81 is a constant and differentiation of constant will be 0. Remember here when we say differentiate with respect to x, it's actually differentiation of both sides with respect to x, not just one side. Excuse me. Now let us try to correct the terms of dy by dx. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 places where dy by dx is present. So if I take dy by dx as common, so here it is x square plus here it is 2xy and here it is 3y square. I have taken dy by dx as common. The remaining things, whatever the terms are there, that will be shifted to right side. So first thing minus 3x square. Now this minus 2xy, and there is one more term called as y square. So minus y square. So finally, the thing is to find the value of dy by dx. So dy by dx equal to minus 3x square minus 2xy minus y square by the denominator will be x square plus 2xy plus 3y square. Let it be any number of terms which contains dy by dx. What you need to do, just group them, collect dy by dx, take it outside and just simplify finally to get the value of dy by dx. Excuse me. So let's go to the problem number 7. Problem number 7, they have given it as sin square y plus cos of xy is equal to k. Remember k stands for a constant. So let's try to differentiate. So before differentiate, I will ask you first look into the problem, analyze the problem, analyze what are the rules which has to be applied. First thing, just notice there's something called as sin square y. I've already suggested, okay, whenever you get trigonometric function and some power is there, convert to the whole power before going for differentiation. So this can be written as sin y the whole square plus cos of xy is equal to k. Now we will differentiate now, and now chain rule will be applied. First it's in the form of x square and then sin y. So what is differentiation of x square? Differentiation of x square will be 2x. So differentiation of this term will be 2 sin y multiplied by differentiation of sin y. Differentiation of sin y will be cos y multiplied by dy by dx. Plus, now first thing, differentiation of cos. Differentiation of cos will be minus sin xy. So when differentiating cos, the whole thing, the inside whatever is there should be treated as x. So differentiation of cos will be minus sign. So notice here, I have a plus sign. After differentiating, I am getting a minus sign. So it's better to put the brackets and then write the term. It's not it over. Your differentiated cos, now xy has to be differentiated. So differentiate xy by using product rule. So after this, a bracket has to be written. Differentiation of xy, x into dy by dx plus y multiplied by 1. First function to differentiation of second function plus second function to differentiation of 1. So this 1 is because of differentiation of x. Practice this product rule for xy. Now look at the right side. Right side is a constant, so differentiation will become 0. So before I group, it's better, let's remove the bracket and simplify and then let's go for it. And observe here, you have something called as 2 sin y cos y. As I said in the previous class, if you are good enough, you will understand, oh, there is a formula of sine 2y. So what I have here is nothing but the formula of sine 2y multiplied by dy by dx. So plus into minus will be minus. The sine of xy should be multiplied to both the term because brackets are there. So this term should be multiplied to both. So this will be sine of xy. Don't multiply with this x actually. This is another term multiplied by x. Okay, multiplied by dy by dx. And now sine of xy to this term. So plus, sorry, there's a minus sign. So this is also going to be minus. So minus y into sine of xy is equal to 0. So notice these two terms contains dy by dx. So let's take dy by dx as common. Sine of 2y minus, it's better to write this x in the beginning. So x into sine of xy, and that equal to, this term should be shifted to right side. So y into sine of xy. So finally let's write dy by dx. So dy by dx equal to y into sine of xy whole divided by, the denominator should be sine of 2y minus x into sine of xy. So that's how it should be done. Now let's move to the next one, problem number 8. Problem number 8 is given by sin square x plus cos square y is equal to 1. Now differentiation of sin square x cos square y. My suggestions still remain the same. By this time, if you are already good enough at understanding, oh, it's first it should be x square and then for sin x, it's good. If not, please rewrite it. Sin x the whole square plus cos y the whole square is equal to 1. No, don't get confused. Sir, sin square plus cos square. No. This is sin square x, this is cos square y. The sum of that equal to 1, it's not because of the identity. Okay. Now let's differentiate this with respect to x on both sides. First, it's in the form of x square. So differentiation of x square will be 2x. So this should be 2 sin x. So differentiation of x square is 2 sin x multiplied by differentiation of sin x. Differentiation of sin x will be cos x plus. Now once again it's in the form of x square. So differentiation of x square will be 2x. So 2 cos y. Now differentiation of cos y. Differentiation of cos y minus sin y multiplied by dy by dx. And right hand side is 1. Right hand side differentiation will be 0. Students, I am repeatedly telling you, please take care of the right side. There are chances, as we have noticed most of the years, students will fail to differentiate the right side. They will write down the one as it is. It will be a mistake. So let us try to simplify. Combine this. So this is nothing but the formula of sin 2x. So plus into minus will be minus 2 sin y cos y is nothing but sin 2y multiplied by dy by dx. Right hand side will be 0. So this can be rewritten as sin 2x equal to sin 2y multiplied by dy by dx. Remember, our final aim is to find the value of dy by dx. So let's write dy by dx equal to, I will shift this to sin 2x by sin 2. Nothing can be done. Okay, that's the simplest form of the answer what we can give. So that's how problem number 8 should be done. So let's go to problem number 9. Problem number 9. Y is equal to sine inverse of 2x by 1 plus x square. There are two methods of solving this. One thing is start differentiating directly by using a suitable substitution. So let me explain you the first method. I am going to put x equal to tan theta. I have already explained the previous class. Whenever you get inverse function, so try to convert this in terms of sine with the suitable substitution and then solve it. So if I put x equal to sine theta, so y will be equal to sine inverse of 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta, and whatever is there here, this is nothing but the formula of sine 2 theta. Without trigonometry, we cannot solve calculus. We cannot solve most of the problems in differentiation and none of the problem in integration, remember. So the next topic what we will going to discuss, the next chapter, okay, is going to be integration. there you need two things. One is first year, therefore first year formulas from trigonometry. The other thing, second year differentiation. So trigonometry is the basic ingredient. Just like in all the cooking we need salt. Without salt it's not going to taste good, right? Just like the same. So in everything in calculus depends on trigonometry. So just try to practice. So let's consider. So y is equal to 2 theta, not to differentiate. You have to replace the value of theta by using this. If x equal to tan theta, theta will be equal to tan inverse x. So this will be 2 tan inverse x. So now I will differentiate. Differentiation of y will be dy by dx. Differentiation of 2 tan inverse x will be 2 multiplied by 1 plus x square. This is by using a substitution. If not, there is one easy method. I should not say okay, shift sine inverse. Actually I should say apply sine on both sides. So this is actually going to be sine y equal to 2x by 1 plus x square. Now I will differentiate this both sides with respect to x. What is differentiation of sine y? Differentiation of sine y will be cos y multiplied by dy by dx, and on the right side apply quotient rule. So 1 plus x square multiplied by differentiation of 2x will be 2, minus 2x multiplied by differentiation of 1 plus x square will be 2x, by denominator will be 1 plus x square the whole square. Keep simplifying till you will get the value of dy by dx. But for this particular problem I will suggest you go with substitution. Actually easy. So students, that's all about the differentiation of implicit function. So try to understand. Any function which can be written as y is equal to f of x will be called as an explicit. If it's not possible to express y as f of x, then it will be simply taken as implicit function. So when doing differentiation of implicit function, there is no such new formulas will exist. Whatever you have studied the formulas, the same formula, but just take care whenever you differentiate a term of y, just like differentiation of term of x to differentiate. So differentiation of sin x with respect to x is cos x, but sin y will be cos y multiplied by dy by dx. This I have given you the explanation why you will actually going to get it as dy by dx. So that's the end of the topic, implicit differentiation.